Morning. Slept awesome last night. Waking up pretty bummed that I've got to leave Zuleta today, but you know, I know I'll come back. I always come back here. Many people that come here, they always come back. Just across the street in the field, there's been this very pregnant mare walking around looking very uncomfortable. Well, she doesn't look as uncomfortable today because there's a little baby foal that on wobbly knees that is out there. So let's go down and see this thing and wish it happy birthday. Look at you! Look at how cute you are. It's kind of getting really used to getting those back legs, huh? Figuring out how to turn around. You're a lover. The Moto Wrangler.
Pues niños, ya todos están más grandes.
Voila!
Coddled eggs.
Coddled egg with parmesan, bacon, parsley, basil, and 2 eggs.
Bye, buddy. We'll see you next time, okay? Ciao, mambo.
So, something that I want to tell you is that why are we trying to push you guys to come to a place like Zuleta or to Ecuador or any place in Latin America, Africa, whatever, is that we don't get the stimulus you guys get. For example, there was a loan from the government, but they didn't give to hotels and tourism because we are too risky. So the only way that we can survive and places like this can be protected is with you guys coming back. Please come back.
Ciao! So one of the workers, as I was leaving, she came running after the car and she gave me chocolate chip cookies for the trip, and then she gave me this bag of candies. She said, I remember how much your kids loved when they were here running around and finding all the candy in the bowls in all the different rooms, and so she put together this little bag of candy for me to take home for my boys, like a little something from Zuleta that they would remember. You know, the thing I've thought about most is that with no tourism coming to a place like Zuleta because of the pandemic, you know, it's obviously had devastating financial effects for the community, for the hacienda, for wildlife conservation. The financial devastation is just one thing. What I noticed more than anything is that these people, they're very proud of who they are. They love where they live, and they love to share it with visitors. So I feel that more than the financial impact for this place and this community, it's more that kind of like a bit of their pride has been taken away, and their purpose. And I mean, when you take away someone's pride and purpose, that hurts more than money. Okay, so I left Zuleta and I've got a pretty long drive today. I'm driving over the Andes into the Ecuadorian cloud forest, basically into the jungle on the western slopes of the Andes towards the Pacific Ocean. I'm going to a lodge called Mashpi Lodge. During this drive though, I'm going to be crossing over the equator quite a few times actually, maybe crisscrossing between the northern and southern hemisphere.
Gracias.
We're gonna cross from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Southern Hemisphere! Woo! Wait. Hold on. Sorry, let me fix that. I'm hoping this is the first and last time that I'm wearing a mask on the equator.
Libre como un pájaro, libre como el viento, como el agua clara que viaja del monte. Así, así, así quiero verte, de día y de noche, de día y de noche. Diga no pienso ni decir, solo siente, no digo esto siento, sentir la vida. Y va a comprender, ningún más que eso, siente ahora que pudiera.
So I'm actually kind of coming into the outskirts of Quito right now. I'm wearing a mask because there's actually a law. You have to wear a mask while driving, even when you're by yourself. You can get pulled over. The ticket's $180 for not wearing a mask. So they're super strict about masks here. Essentially, if you're not in your house, you're outside of your abode, you have a mask on. That's the rule. So I've now crested over the highest point of the mountains, and I'm going to be dropping down into the cloud forest. It's going to feel good. I've been at like over 9,000 feet since I've arrived. I'm going to be dropping down much lower, super warm, subtropical. So I made it to Pacto. Pacto, this is like the last remote town I'm going to be driving through before pretty much the end of civilization, and this place is deep in the forest. This is incredible. Check this out. Okay, just pulled up to the gates of Mashpi Lodge. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás?
Bienvenido a la reserva Mashpi. A nombre de quien la están esperando abajo y que pase muy bien.
Okay, nadie está subiendo.
Nadie está subiendo.
Okay. This Mashpi Reserve is like one of the most biodiverse places on planet Earth. It's a private reserve, and it has a really interesting story. It's a bioregion, the Choco Biosphere, and this was a type of cloud forest used to extend basically from like the Panamanian Isthmus down through Colombia and into Ecuador, but most of it had been clear cut because it contains so many hardwoods. This particular piece of land was actually in the process of being cut, and then the lumber company went out of business. And at that time, the ex-mayor of Quito, named Roque Sevilla, he purchased this piece of land from the lumber company in order to protect it. And then after many years, he ended up building this lodge here. And it's truly one of the most magnificent natural paradises on earth that you're ever going to experience.
¿Cómo estás? Bien. ¿Sí está bien?
Okay, so I just pulled into Mashpi Lodge and saw some wonderful familiar faces. This is Anita.
Hi!
She's one of the managers, and then this is Juan Carlos, who's one of the great naturalist guides who I've had many adventures with before. So they have a pretty intense check-in process to make sure that everyone's safe here. So I'm going to show you what they're doing. So they're actually going to disinfect all of my luggage with this like ammonium spray solution.
And we need you to come in here inside the cabin for 15 seconds.
And what does it do to me in there?
It's gonna clean anything if you're bringing any virus. It's an ozone machine.
An ozone machine?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. I feel like a new man.
With the towel to refresh. So you can go to the exploration room.
Well, just got checked in. I'm gonna watch a little intro video about the lodge and about the biosecurity measures and rules about masks while you're staying here at Mashpi Lodge.
So, and we also do a deep cleaning of the rooms and the public areas. So now that you go to your room, you're going to be the first one to go inside after we did the sanitizing.
Libre como un pájaro, libre como el viento, como el agua clara que viaja del monte. Así, así, así quiero verte de día y de noche, de día y de noche. Yo no pienso ni decir, solo siento.
Well, that was an intense check-in process. I mean, if that doesn't make you feel safe, I really don't know what's gonna make you feel safe in terms of staying in a hotel. I was traveling all over the US during this pandemic, staying at, you know, your typical roadside motels, Holiday Inn Expresses, Hampton Inns, Best Western. There was no hotel where I saw anything like that being employed. I had to laugh though when I got in my room after I'd been through the ionizer body bath and everything that I actually still had horse manure on my jeans from Hacienda Zuleta.